In this video, we are going to cover 7 Facebook ad templates that convert. These are templates that I use every single day when I create an ad. And essentially these ads are just various ways that you can structure an ad in a very short amount of time. You can sort of just plug and play the details that you have for your offer, for your product. You can plug them into these templates, and in a very short period of time you can have some very high level copy that is very likely to convert. So what I want to do in this video is just walk through each of these templates, and then obviously you'll be able to download this sheet for your own reference. So you can see here there's 7 templates. The first one we're going to start with is one that you may have already heard of. It's called the Problem Agitate Solution template. And so essentially what that is you simply list the problem that your prospect is currently facing. You agitate that problem, you remind them how terrible it is, and then you present them a solution to your problem, or to their problem, which is typically to buy your offer or opt into some sort of lead magnet. So I just created some copy here around a fictional product called, what did I call it? The Reportron 2000, and essentially this product solves the problem around how long it takes to report on paid traffic, and so you can go through and read this. So for the problem, it's tired of spending 5 hours plus each week reporting on your paid traffic spend and ROI for clients. That's the problem. And then I go through to agitate the problem, where, hey, this really sucks, doesn't it? And then I present a solution to the problem. I ask, what if there's a better way? Well, it turns out there is, and better yet, you can download it for free. Click here for the link. So that's the first type of template. It's an incredibly powerful template, and I mean, virtually all marketing loosely follows this template in some way or another. This second template is called the Viking Velociraptor template. This is not a template that I invented by any means. This is by Colin Terrio of the Cult of Copy Facebook group. Really great Facebook group if you want to learn more about copywriting, and Colin's just a great guy. This is his, and I mean, it's out there all over the place for free, so this is nothing proprietary by any means, but this is a really great way to produce some compelling copy, whether it's for an ad or a short form blog post, for anything really. It's a great way to produce some compelling copy in a short period of time. And so essentially the way that Viking Velociraptor works, and the reason it's named so weird, is just because each of these steps has a V in it, and so he was trying to figure out a name that also included V's for alliteration, and he just came up with that. But the way that this works is there are 5 steps essentially. So the first thing that you do, you start off the post or the short form copy by verifying something that your prospect has seen, heard, observed, or thought. Then you validate their emotional gut reaction to this stimulus. And so by saying something that your prospect already believes and then validating their initial response to it, it essentially puts you on their side. It essentially causes them to instantly start to know, like, and trust you more, because you already share the same opinion on whatever the thing is that you're talking about. It's similar to if you were to walk into, I don't know, a sports bar on NFL game day in Wisconsin, and you said, hey, these Packers are awesome, aren't they? Like, you're probably going to be more likely to make a friend at that bar than if you said, hey, the Vikings are great, aren't they? Or the Chicago Bears are great, aren't they? It's the same principle. So once you've verified what they've already believed and validated their emotional response, then you essentially inject your desired point of view or call to action into the conversation. So you've built up rapport, and now you're going to tell them something that you want them to believe or something that you want them to do. And then these last 2 points are somewhat optional, but typically I would recommend including them both, whereas essentially it's you reinforce your relationship by expressing your common values, and then you show that you're on the same team by slamming or making fun of shared villains or obstacles to their progress. And so for this ad, I put together a fictional, this is something that a fictional marketing agency building client acquisition systems for personal trainers could put together. And so the copy is something like, as a personal trainer, it's hard to find new clients who are actually willing to put in the work over the long term to get real results, isn't it? So I'm verifying something that and I'm not an expert in personal training, but I'm pretty certain that this is probably a true statement. And so I'm verifying something that probably every personal trainer has thought, like, hey, it's hard to find clients who actually want to put in the work. And then I validate their sort of emotional gut reaction to that by asking them, okay, sure, we can host like free consultations and boot camps and offer free advice, but how many of the freebie seekers who show up actually stay on to become paying clients anyways? I imagine that it's very few. And I imagine that most personal trainers also have that sneaking suspicion, like, hey, this doesn't seem like a great use of my time. And so I'm validating their emotional gut reaction to that. And then at this point, I say, hey, I'm on the same page as you. I understand your issues. Now I'm going to provide you with a solution. And so I say, hey, if I'd been asked this question 2 months ago, I would have answered somewhere between 0 and none at all. But since launching this Workshops 2.0 process, my personal training business has doubled. All this great stuff has happened to me. And so that's where I use this Vantage to inject your desired point of view. This Workshops 2.0 process has doubled my personal training business. And then I go on to reinforce my relationship by expressing common values. So I say how excited I am because my clients are seeing massive results. I'm excited to work each day. I'm opening up my own gym, which is a dream of many personal trainers. And then I go on to slam shared villains by sort of demonizing the big box gyms, their overpriced rent, their lower prices on personal training, and how they steal clients. And so, again, this is fictional, but I think it does a very good job of demonstrating this process. And this is a really great way. Just a really great way to whip out a quick post or an ad in a way that's very engaging and that resonates with your target market. So the next template is called the case study results template. And really this isn't so much a formula, but rather a framework. And essentially what this means is you simply tell a story about a successful customer or user of your product, and that's it. So typically I structure a case study results ad or post or even email letter in this format. So I list the results right away to grab attention. Then I just talk about how the user achieved those results, and then I give the call to action, which is typically something like, hey, if you want to get results like these for yourself, click here. So again, this is a fictional product, a fictional smile straightener retainer product for dentists that I made up on the spot. And essentially this is, just how you could structure a case study ad. So in the last month, my smile is completely transformed. I feel like a new person. So that's sort of the results, right? That grabs attention. Someone who is uncertain about his or her smile is going to see that and want to read more. And so then I just go through and talk about the problems that Betty had and how great life became after she used Smile Straightener. And then I say, interested in seeing the full story, including pictures and the transformation in her own words, click below now. And then, in theory, that would take the prospect to a landing page, which gives more details on Smile Straightener and probably some sort of a schedule your free consultation call to action on the landing page. The Bold Move Cotton. This is a title that I made up, but essentially the Bold Move Cotton template just means that you grab attention by leading your ad with a shocking or a controversial statement. That also needs to be true, by the way. It's important that it needs to be true, otherwise you're just going to come across as obnoxious. But you lead your ad with a shocking or controversial statement and then transition into the body of your ad using one of the formulas above to finish out the body. And so for this, I created a fictional ad for if I was selling let's say a messenger, Facebook Messenger chatbot builder. And so I start off with a pretty shocking and controversial statement that in the context of this post is probably true. And so it starts off, I'm going to say it right now. Business owners who are using email marketing and who don't have a better way to communicate with their prospects are going to be out of business by the end of the year. I go on to sort of support that claim, and then at the end, I'd transition into the call to action to download a messenger chatbot builder below. And so this is a great way, like someone who is in the marketing field, especially a business owner who's historically relied on email marketing, would see this sentence and would probably be very intrigued or a little bit upset or a little bit of both, which would increase the likelihood that they would actually go on to read this post to see how I could possibly be making such a shocking claim. And so that's the bold move, cotton. The next ad template is called the cliffhanger or the blind curiosity ad. And the purpose of the cliffhanger or blind curiosity ad is really just to build up so much curiosity that the prospect is compelled to click the ad to find out the answer or resolve the cliffhanger. Now, typically these ads are shorter because, again, the purpose is just to build up curiosity and get them to click to fulfill that curiosity. But it's really important, especially when advertising on Facebook, not to sound like clickbait. And so Facebook has really cracked down on clickbaity headlines. If you're curious what I mean, just go to like BuzzFeed and just don't use any of their headlines. And so it's important that you build curiosity, but you don't do it in a clickbaity way. And so you wouldn't want to say something like, how did this business owner double their revenue in 14 days? The answer may shock you. Click here to find out more. Like that would almost certainly be penalized, if not outright disapproved by Facebook. And so you want to stay away from the stereotypical clickbait formulas. And so a great example of a cliffhanger or blind curiosity ad, again, advertising a fictional product here, would be last week I doubled the profitability of my paid traffic campaigns with 11 minutes and 13 seconds of work. I recorded the entire thing. Want to see it? Click here to see how I did it. And so there's not really any description about what this is other than it's a video. Doesn't really talk about what the product could be or really gives no details at all. It just says, hey, I got these results, want to see it. That builds quite a bit of curiosity to someone looking to increase the profitability of their paid traffic campaigns. And so this can be used for any market, any niche. It can be very powerful. So the next template, and this is the template that I actually used in the live ads that we launched in this program, is the fireside chat template. And really the fireside chat template, the purpose of it is to simply tell a true story from a first-person perspective about something that happened, which also serves to illustrate the product or service that the ad is selling, and with a call to action. So this can be a very powerful template because it sounds so personable, it sounds so genuine. It doesn't sound like a typical ad. It doesn't sound like anyone's trying to really sell you anything. It sounds like you're just telling a story, which is what Facebook is designed for. And through the context of the story, you're sort of unconsciously selling the value of the product throughout the story. And so this is the template that I used when I was writing an ad copy for the live ads that we launched in this program. And so I just talked about how I launched this new program, how I launched this new training program, talked about the great feedback that I got from the training program, and then mentioned that, hey, I'm opening it up. If you're interested, you can click here. And so while I don't actually go out and say anything like, hey, this program's awesome, this program will get you great results, I say, hey, I did this program, I'm super excited about it, other people are super excited about it, which is sort of a sneaky way of also saying, hey, this program's awesome, you should sign up. And then I just mention, if you're interested, you can sign up here. So this can be a very powerful formula, and it can be used for any product, any service. You just have to tell a story and sort of weave in selling features of the product throughout the story. And so the very last template is what I call an offer ad template. And typically an offer ad template is used best for products that are not very complex or are not very sophisticated. Things like e-commerce products, just products that the value prop of the product is very easily understood. And so again, this typically works best for e-commerce products. And so the offer ad formula is pretty straightforward. You can either, step 1, tell people what you've got, and step 2, tell them why they should take action now. Or you can, step 1, build curiosity around the product, and step 2, tell people what to do to find out more. And so a couple examples of this for various products. Let's say we were giving away, or we had a flash sale on iPads at a computer store. An offer ad could be, we're getting rid of all of our iPads this week and we're selling them at 50% off. So that's step 1, tell people what you've got. And then step 2, tell them why they should take action now. Click the link below to claim yours before they're gone. Extremely limited supply. Boom, offer copy. Let's say I was selling, Beats headphones. and these stats are completely made up, but this would be following the build curiosity around your product. So step 1, build curiosity. The ad says 80% of NFL athletes were using these headphones for their pregame routine before the NFL banned them. And then step 2, tell people what to do next to find out more. Click below to see why. And then in theory, it would take you to a landing page talking about how great the headphones are, how it improved athletes' performance, why the NFL banned them, and then would give you, a call to action to buy your own set of headphones. And then this is actually a real ad that I ran, and if we click over here, you can actually see this ad. This was an ad that I ran for a business called Skyline Workshop, selling beer cap maps. And this is the exact ad there, and you can see we spent, this is over the span of probably 60 days, maybe a little bit more. Spent about $15,000 on this ad, and we're very, very profitable on the back end, 4x ROI easily, and reached nearly 1 million people with this single ad. No changes, nothing of the sort, like very, very bland image, and then this simple copy here, which is the offer ad copy, and the ad was looking for the perfect gift. Tag someone you know who would love this bottle cap map, and click the link below to check out all the styles. So tell people what you've got and tell them why they should take action now. This offer ad copy is incredibly powerful, even though it is very simple. And like I said, you can easily scale a single ad to $15,000 plus over the span of a couple months. Make many times that in revenue just following these simple formulas. And so these formulas are very, very powerful. I use them on a day-to-day basis in my own ad campaigns, and I guarantee you that if you follow these formulas, you will see better results in your ads. And most importantly, it just helps with the writer's block that I don't know about you, but I typically get anytime I'm trying to create a new ad, trying to start completely from scratch. A lot of times I have no idea what I want to write, so I whip out these formulas, I just choose one and I go with it and I launch it, and then I get data and I'm able to iterate from there. So these ads are incredibly powerful. They're tried and true. They've been tested over time, and obviously you'll get a download link to this sheet. I recommend keeping it by your computer and referring to this anytime you need to launch new campaigns or new ads, no matter what industry, no matter what product you're selling. There's a template in here that will work for you. I'll see you in the next video.